And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
54 Mike.
Here we go.
Kill.
Hey, kill. Check.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the slant.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Over the middle, complete. That's Murray. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. for Zeke, one of first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Prescott down. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Breeze now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Josh Jones in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Undercrush, undercrush.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
shotgun. It's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Cooper was the target there. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Easy, opposite. Pick up the ball. Check. Blue draw, focus. Check.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he finds Fitzgerald. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. On first down, Elliott trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Looking to throw on second down. Prescott, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Completes it to Jason Witten. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run it with Elliott, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He was brought down by Malik Collins. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Breeze on third down. The open man is Smith. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yellow waiting. Mike's 5-2 kill. No chance. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Austin. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. This is Elliott. Room here to run. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A first down throw for Prescott. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On third down, Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Take four, take four.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. On third down, it's Pollard. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
You got it. You got it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Fighting through pressure. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Now Forbath for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first down, Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the edge.
Here's Murray. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Oh, yeah.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Opposite. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 81 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
11. Hey, alert.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The busy night continues for Kamara. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara.
Check three.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here.
53. Mike's 50. Topper. You mine. Hey, switch gears.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing here, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 52.
Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Marcus Davenport, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's got Thomas yet again complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Breeze now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Back to throw Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away, but you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready. 95-56. Mike 50. We're good. Mike 4. Ready. 50.
Back to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with 4 seconds remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Lutz with the extra point. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure.